Another really good thing to do to test your colors is to just, this is a good thing to do when you don't really feel like painting. It's a nice exercise to do, but you want to say, oh, well, I painted today, or I tried, or I learned something today. What you could do is just take your yellow, your basic favorite yellow, whatever one you decide is your go-to yellow. And I'm just going to do this with a couple colors. So here I did the yellows right down the line. And then I'll just pick some random colors. A little red, put that over there. Now I haven't been cleaning my brush very well, but for this exercise I'm going to have to in a minute. So I'm just getting a line of other colors down the opposite side. So you're making two columns, several rows. Little green. And then what you'll do is, preferably on a separate palette, let's see. You just take that first yellow. This is when it's good to use a mixing knife. These are both mainly for painting, these knives. Let's see. This one that comes in the kit, and it also comes separately, is more of a mixing knife. See how it's a little bit smaller? And it's just so that you can mix colors. With these longer ones, you can actually do drawing and make curves and lines. So I'm going to go ahead. Now there's my yellow. I'm going to just take a little bit of the orange that I chose and add a little bit to it. And that orange is strong, so it's immediately giving me, it's a really pretty orange, but it's not, it's too dark. I don't want to start that dark. I just want to add a little and then put it next to there, and I'm going to work my way slowly across. And it's hard because you want to make maybe 3 colors in between or 4, and it's a good way to test your color mixing skills. And because you don't always need just that bright yellow or just that bright red, it's nice to have variations in between. So now you can see just what happens when you mix those 2 colors and what kind of variations that you get in between. And we'll just try one more color. You have to keep your knife very clean as you do this, because if you start to get other colors mixed in there, then you won't have the true color mix. So keep your knife clean, or if you're using a brush, you really have to get it very clean. So on this one, I get a green there. And I want a lighter, much lighter green, more towards the yellow side. You could even just kind of do a gradation this way. And have an even line. Instead of the circles, just start getting darker and darker. The other thing it shows you is, see, there's some beautiful colors right in there. And that's where that transparency comes in. Those colors are mixing together, and I can still see, I can now see the tooth of the canvas. And to me, that's exciting because it's sort of little different patterns in there. And I'm getting mixes. Some areas are heavier blue, and some are green, and I see some yellows. So that's the benefit of transparent paint. So anyway, that's just a little exercise for you to try if you don't feel like tackling a whole canvas, but you want to say, oh, well, I painted today, or I did something. Sit down and do it. And the funny thing is, sometimes you'll get caught up doing these little exercises, and you'll be in the studio, and then, you know, even if you want to just tone a canvas, you say, I'm not going to paint today, I'm just going to color a canvas or put a sketch on. Once you're in there, you kind of get in the mode and get in that moment, and you enjoy it, and you lose track of time, and it's just fun. So, and sometimes you just start saying, I'm only going in for half an hour. 3 hours later. So So let's go ahead and get started on this canvas.